slide here. So again, I mean, I don't want to keep hating to come back to this, but the brine characteristics again we see as a major cost advantage for our operation, as well as the ability to scale down to a more reasonable bite-sized project and still be economical. The South government, I think again they continue to be very engaged in what we're doing. The CMP or the SCMII grant that we received for Project Aurora, I think is a part of that, but also the quick permitting, we're weeks to months versus, what could be multiple years for other traditional mining projects. We continue to advance all the technology pieces that, we've relied on vendors to provide. Saltworks continue to innovate through the down market, and we'll be deploying that innovation into the demo plant. So we're excited to see where the economics and the improvements that we're going to make on the economics come to the project. The infrastructure, again, is at our doorstep. We applied for power, so we're grid powered tied into the site already. I think that, again, was a 4 to 6 week process before we had, grid power onto the site and into our building. The geographic location, flat unobstructed farmland, like we've got no restrictions to where a rig can go. You basically point to dirt and you're drilling. It's quite easy to navigate and operate in the area with the existing contractors, vendors, all the supply chain that's been established for the oil and gas industry. And then again, the management team, I think that we've assembled, and then the project partners that we've brought in, Rock Resources, that continues to support us on the subsurface for helping us on the geo side, as well as even the land acquisition side. So Jared Lekomsky and one of their team, they continue to work on the freehold piece. So we're continuing to acquire more and more land, just make project development that much easier with more continuous blocks. And then the people we've brought in from Saltworks, again, an incredible business that are building real assets that are in operation in a variety of different industrial applications today. So I think we're really set up here and quite excited for the next 12 to 18 months that the demo plant gets started up, but also too starting to talk more real about financing options for a first commercial facility.
Okay, great. Our Cam and Braden are going to stay on your board.
Carl, you want to answer that one?
Yeah,
Cam's not on the board.
Yeah, Cam's not on the board. Cam was obviously the generator of this idea. Brine is on the board, and we've had no discussions about him leaving the board, irrespective of what happens with Rock. He's a tremendous resource, very intelligent guy, and very experienced. So we would happily keep him.
Yeah, I know he's excited about this project because I asked about it when he was down and made that presentation to us like back in the middle of the summer, just like about 6 weeks before they announced they were going to sell the whole company. Well, I am a Rock shareholder, so.
Well, I can tell you, Dan, that at one point when we first were kicking this off, Cam Taylor said to me, he goes, we could find enough lithium for this to be worth a heck of a lot more than Rock would ever be worth. And I said, I like that.
Yeah. Okay, we'll end it there, but I want to tell everybody that's listening here, we do record these, and the link to the replay goes out. I mean, we don't have a high percentage of our members on these calls because they just get the they get the replay link within a few hours or the next morning, and they go to that. But it will go to our global membership. That's 500-600 people. We're viewing it pretty quickly, and then you guys could use the recording for whatever you want to. You can send it out, and then typically it is private only to our members for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then it goes public on YouTube. And we've done over 40 of these now, and a few of them have gotten like 3, 4, 5,000 views within a couple months after they go, because everybody sends the link to their friends and their contacts too if they like the project. So anyway, thank you so much for doing this. And with that, Sabrina, why don't you end it? And we'll be sending you the recording link here in a few hours, probably.
Thanks, Dan.
Great. Thanks very much.
Bye-bye.